business owner, and as a business owner, you have to deal with people. Sometimes your people might cause you great frustration or pain. In other cases, key people are leaving your business. In other cases, your business is growing to such a large extent you need to bring more people in. And regardless of the size of business, one of the most important things you can do as a business owner is getting talented people in the door. In today's session, I'm going to talk about how do you effectively do that in 3 different phases. Tip number 1 is casting a net as wide as possible. And when you're sourcing, when your time is limited, it's very important to cast the net as widely as you can. Here's some ways to do that. Leverage social media to its max. Ask for referrals. Speak to as many people as you can and ask them to refer people who they think may be a good fit for your business. Use networking. Talk to friends, neighbors, and colleagues as much as possible. Also, you might want to integrate a questionnaire or a tool for prospective candidates, a little bit extra that they'll have to do beyond sending their resume, which will really separate the duds from the pile. And then you can move forward and have a very good sourcing process. Tip number 2 is don't settle. And it's really important as a business owner not to settle in the courtship or interviewing process. A great interview is like a figure skating routine. It has both technical and artistic elements. And when both are in place, it's truly magical. On the technical side, it's important to know the questions to ask. It may be an open-ended question that allows someone to reveal things. It may be a behavioral-based question, which looks at past behavior as a predictor of future behavior. The other thing is, in terms of interview questions, one of my personal favorites is, when I call your manager, what would they say about you? And what that question does, it allows you to assess the honesty and credibility of the candidate in question. And it's really important to do that. From the artistic side of the equation, where there's some nuances that come into play, it's really important to be able to assess the difference between a great interviewee and a great candidate, and to use things like body language, how is someone looking, how is someone feeling, and how is someone portraying themselves in the interview to really know if this is the right person for your business. Tip number 3 is using employment agreements. And under the closing the deal or making it happen stage, regardless of the company's size, business owners should use an employment agreement. Why? It sets out the terms and conditions of the employment relationship at the outset. And unfortunately, if things don't work out, it tells the employee what they're entitled to and minimizes the cost for the company. The other thing that a company might want to do is weave in personality assessments. Personality assessments on their own should not be used as the hiring criteria, but they're very useful to be able to assess the type of personality and lets you know as a business owner what you're bringing into your business. So just to briefly recap what we talked about today. Tip number 1, cast a wide net in the recruitment process. Tip number 2, don't settle in the interview and courtship process. And tip number 3, use employment agreements when you're bringing someone on board. For more videos and tips in the area of HR, please stay tuned to the Maximum People Performance channel for more information.